Thanks for following that link and joining me here for an intro to QlikView with a demo app we have built with some mock data for a private hire coach and minibus company. If you've never seen QlikView before, all you need to know before I start is what I select goes green, what is associated with my selections shows white, and what is unrelated to my selections shows grey. And I can start with any visible selection box. The purpose of this video is to show you what QlikView can do with some typical data and so give you an idea of what it could perhaps do for your business. This is going to be a fairly quick tour, but we'll be happy to go into more detail should you need. What I'm showing you today is a completed QlikView document which has been made available via a web portal to certain people in the business. The pane I'm starting on is an introduction, and the app includes multiple tabs as you might see in an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to jump through the tabs and run through a possible analysis scenario. And so, onto the dashboard. This is a high-level view of the status of the group and the individual companies that make up the group. We've got some key sales metrics like sales against target, which look to be okay, then a comparison of this month's sales over last year's. With the exception of Classic, that's not looking so great, and the trailing 12-month charts are showing a drop-off in sales, which isn't what an MD wants to see either. Over the next tabs I can drill into more detail and see what's happening. I'll move on to the Performance tab. We've got the trend of sales over time, and below our sales rep performance is being compared. Before I get on to identifying the best sales reps, who I may want to talk to so I can understand how they are succeeding where others are struggling, I've noticed that in the list of companies there is an odd Ravensoft appearing. It looks like some sales have been put against a spurious company. I'll need to get someone to work out how this is possible, but first I'll want to correct the problem and get the records realigned. So if I select the company ID in question, I can immediately see which rep posted those sales. I can get on to CJ and get him to fix that. And they are all March bookings, so that will help the sales figures for starters. Now let me get back to identifying the best reps for this year. I'll select the year, and if I want to see who excelled at each company, I simply select the companies in turn. So Bob was best at Classic, CJ at Hollins, and MDJ at Ravenscroft. Great, I'll talk to them later. I'll skip forecast for now because I'm looking at what has happened. Over on the Mapping tab, I can see the destinations of the journeys. Interesting that Classic, as the only long-distance operator in the group, is faring better on sales than the others. But let's look more closely at the local area for now. I know these black markers are actually for Ravenscroft, so that's fine. But I've got Hollins over in their patch and Ravenscroft out of its own area. There may be good reason for this if the pickup was local, but it might be worth checking. I'll just check out these three for starters. Having drilled into them and effectively selected the jobs for these destinations, I'll jump across to the booking detail. Okay, so there are a few jobs for these postcodes. But what is most alarming is that 3 of them appear to be freebies. Looks like there may be more discussions to be had. And maybe I need a new chart just to show the zero priced activity. And so, in conclusion, you can see how this document has helped me find a few lines of inquiry to turn things around. And I have identified how QlikView can be extended to highlight certain issues for me in the future. Hopefully it's given you an idea of how QlikView could help you in your future. Thanks.